Good, happy Sunday morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this edition of Politics with Riley King. Let's begin. Experts warn about winter reliability issues for regional power grid. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Adam Sexton.
The 2018 Nissan Rogue Sport, now with available Nissan intelligent mobility technologies, like automatic emergency braking. Now on the Nissan Rogue family, now's the time to save with exclusive offers like this.
Tom, the ISO had been counting on added natural gas capacity, but public opposition to pipelines means that power isn't coming. The experts say that's pushing the grid even closer to the edge at times of peak demand.
The cold snap that settled in after Christmas pushed home heating oil businesses and customers to the brink. It was also a dicey time for New England's power grid.
Oil became a lot cheaper than gas, so we burned through a lot of oil, some 2 million barrels in 2 weeks. So fast, in fact, that by the end of that 2-week period, we were alarmed that we were going to run out of oil before the weather broke.
ISO New England President Gordon Van Wheely says another blast of icy weather could have prompted a crisis. He's been sounding this alarm for a while now, saying without better fuel security in the winter or added baseload power, the wrong sequence of events could prompt rolling blackouts.
It's not the same thing as a complete collapse of the system, by the way. But this will be controlled, and it'd be rationing of electricity is what it comes down to under winter conditions.
Other industry experts say the threat will be greatly diminished if regional energy projects are allowed to move forward.
If we just do what we've already committed to do, then that margin that Gordon wants his operators to have, and I absolutely want his operators to have, is already there.
But there's another side of the equation. Van Wheely says New England can't afford to lose nuclear facilities like Seabrook or Millstone in Connecticut.
I think the loss of any large non-gas resource, or even the loss of a large supply point for gas, creates massive problems for it.
While this is a worst-case scenario, the business community says if it does come to rolling blackouts, there could be catastrophic consequences for the ability to recruit and retain major employers here in New Hampshire. Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we want to hear from you. Let us know what you think about this. GOP candidates woo delegates at Massachusetts convention. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB David Buick.
The 2018 Nissan Rogue Sport, now with available Nissan intelligent mobility technologies, like automatic emergency braking. Now on the Nissan Rogue family, now's the time to save with exclusive offers like this.
Massachusetts Republicans broke wide open here at their state convention this weekend, and now that split will continue into the fall. Governor Baker was welcomed to the GOP convention stage with applause and hugs, then used his speech to support lowering the sales tax, giving the death penalty to cop killers, and helping federal officials deport undocumented immigrants.
We need a strong, united Republican Party to serve as a check on those Democrat majorities.
But in the crowd, a woman holding a cutout of President Trump called Baker a liar and a traitor, and others held up signs accusing him of being a Republican in name only.
I'm voting for pro-life candidates who stand up for the unborn.
I'm 100% pro-life. Scott Lively, a pastor from Springfield, said he opposes abortion, supports gun rights, and believes President Trump has done almost everything right.
There is only one man in this nation that's responsible for the economic miracle that we've experienced since the election of 2016. That's our President, Donald Trump.
After the speeches, delegates cast votes on computer tablets, and then the results were announced.
For Charlie Baker, 1,577 votes.
Baker's nearly 70% is enough to win the delegates' official endorsement, but Lively scored nearly 28%, enough to qualify for a Republican runoff in September. Baker declined to say if he'll debate Lively.
On Monday, I'm going back to work as governor of the Commonwealth, and that is going to be my focus for the time being, because we have a lot to do. I did not answer the question.
Lively predicted the president will campaign with him.
I think I'll be on the Trump radar, especially because it's here in Massachusetts.
A little more than a month from now, it'll be Democrats' turn to come to the DCU Center and choose among their 2 declared candidates for governor. In Worcester, David Beanick, WCVB, News Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Pompeo in Saudi Arabia talks tough on Iran Gulf dispute. Let's take a listen to the video.
This is what I feel like when I wear regular shoes. Cramped and uncomfortable.
Mr. Long, you've been upgraded.
Which is why I wear Skechers wide fit shoes. It's like first class for your feet. Try Skechers wide fit with air-cooled memory foam.
Foreign Minister knows that Saudi Arabia's security is a priority for the United States of America. We'll continue to work closely with our Saudi partners to counter threats to this country's security. That, of course, starts with Iran. Iran destabilizes this entire region. It supports proxy militias and terrorist groups. It is an arms dealer to the Houthi rebels in Yemen, and Iran conducts cyber hacking campaigns. And it supports the murderous Assad regime as well.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Shock laughs as comedian rips into administration at White House Correspondents' Dinner. Let's take a listen to some of the video from ABC News.
She's not really a political comedian by training. She's not of Washington. But if 2016 taught us anything, it's that we should be listening to more people outside of Washington. And if 2017 taught us anything, it's, hey, that means women. So without further ado, please welcome Michelle Wolf.
All right, this is long. This has been long. Yeah. Good evening, good evening. Here we are, the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Like a porn star says when she's about to have sex with a Trump, let's get this over with. Yep, kiddos, this is here getting tonight. I'm gonna skip a lot of the normal pleasantries. We're at a Hilton, it's not nice. This is on C-SPAN, no one watches that. Trump is president, it's not ideal. White House Correspondents Association, thank you for having me. The monkfish was fine. And just a reminder to everyone, I'm here to make jokes. I have no agenda. I'm not trying to get anything accomplished. So everyone that's here from Congress, you should feel right at home. Now, before we get too far, a little bit about me. A lot of you might not know who I am. I'm 32 years old, which is an odd age. 10 years too young to host this event, and 20 years too old for Roy Moore. I know, he almost got elected, yeah.
Okay, and there you go on some of that video. If you want to watch that whole video, we will share that link with you so you can watch the whole video. Journalists, politicians, and members of the Donald Trump administration attended the annual White House Correspondents Association dinner Saturday night without the president, who spent the evening at a campaign rally in Michigan. And that does it for Politics with Riley King. I hope you all enjoyed this edition of Politics with Riley King. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, everyone, and I'll be back with another edition of Politics with Riley King next Sunday. Goodbye, everyone.